Imperialism. Every human's favorite pastime of being a douchebag. With the brave and exciting news that out in the world we will finally be getting Victoria free, I think it's only time that we go to Victoria 2. I never left Victoria 2, so I don't know how I'm going back to it. I'm still here. It's kind of a philosophical question there. How can I ever leave if I'm trapped here forever? But yes, with the brave new exciting news that Victoria 3 is actually coming, I want to go back to Victoria 2 and show off all of those great nations I once did that now have kabillions of views. Because we need to keep this Vicky hype train going, and I personally also have thought for the longest time that it would be fun to go back to Victoria 2 and replay some of the favorites that we have done throughout the years. That's right everyone, welcome back to my Sokoto Let's Play Episode 2. Get your butts, get the seatbelts on, That's not actually happening. Sokoto Episode 1 is all you're ever getting. And nothing says fun like Austria. No, I don't think I'm ready to go back there yet. You know what? I think if we're gonna do this, we gotta do this right. Now, if you've never played Victoria 2 before and you've clicked on the UK, oh god, what are you doing? Go back. Don't get out of there. I'm just kidding. If you were to boot up Victoria 2 today with no knowledge on how to play the game and somehow manage to get yourself on the UK, it'll be a fun ride to exploding this empire. You see, I guess if you've never played Victoria before and you now have this vast empire to garner, nourish, and build even bigger, this could look a little daunting. Not quite as daunting as Sokoto, though, I'm telling you, that's a much more. First things first on our British adventure, we'll be promoting some Rick and Morty fans. Oh my god, Morty, I turned myself into a 19th century intellectual. Intellectuals at 2% will give you a research point bonus, which you'll use to research technology. At 4%, they'll heavily influence your illiteracy. That's right. We're gonna teach people to read by showing them Rick and Morty pickle episode. Now, for my first research, a lot of people will show you a bunch of graphs or something for the most optimal research you're going for, but the reality is, it's up to you and exactly how you're gonna play. For me, I have business in the East, so I'll be going for naval plans. Now, it is worth noting that I am using HPM, which is a modification for Victoria 2, which makes it playable. We also start a war with X going to give it to you, and I'm about to show them that X is not going to give it to me. You may also notice at the start of the game that your navy is tanking your entire economy because it's way too big, and no offense to you, Mr. George Cockburn, but a bit unnecessary. So we're just going to prune it because we don't really need to worry about the AI's navy throughout this game. We're also going to take the opportunity to hold an election to get our terrible party out of control, which is currently not letting us tax the people like God intended. Well, it wouldn't be a little foray into the British imperialism if we weren't mucking about in India. We're also using the good old-fashioned tactic for the British here of winning wars in India by making other Indians fight said war. There we go, another gem to my empire. There we go, we got the Whigs out of power, we got the good old Tory party in power, which is good. We could do some good old British stuff like invading India and imperialism indeed. And nothing says British values by taxing everyone 100% and giving the rich a free reign of it. A lot of people don't seem to understand in Victoria 2 that when you put your taxes all the way up, it's not like you're overtaxing, it's just you're taxing at 100% pretty much. But if you're ever wondering if you are killing your people by overtaxing or taxing at 100%, all you need to worry about is if they're getting their life needs. If they're not getting their life needs, they're gonna start getting angry. So for all intents and purposes, just go ahead and tax all you want, but if you start seeing people get a bit red over here, maybe you've got other problems in your empire. By George, I think she's done it! This is just like when in the movie, they say the name of the movie. Oh, I accidentally left my Indian army over here to starve, which, Won't be the first time the British make a mistake like that. Now, the sad thing about our country is that eventually the Whigs will unfortunately keep getting power, and we can't really counterbalance all the taxing of the people if we can't tax all the people. As such, we must find another way to make our money in the world, and that way is by messing with China. Hey China, you ever heard of this cool thing called drugs? Hello China, and welcome to 100 years of not feeling too fresh. That's right, one of the greatest British traditions that still lives on in some parts of the United Kingdom today is the art of drug trafficking. They've really turned it into an institution over there. Apparently I even shoehorned the Belgians and the Prussians into this one, which they're happily obliging. One thing you'll quickly learn about Victoria 2 is that there are a lot of straits in the game that you can blockade with your navy, which is why there's now 323,000 Chinese troops stuck in Hainan. Oh, well, apparently that impressed the Mexicans. They're on board with the British Empire. Oh, I just realized I can take Yunnan off them. Uh-oh. If you're new to Victoria 2 and you don't know why this province in particular is very good, as you can see by me clicking on it, is because there's 769,000 Chinese people mining gold here. Well, that's cursed. We're also going to go ahead and take a treaty port, which we will obviously take Hong Kong, even though we can't get it through an event war just like that. I kind of want to take it earlier. And as you can see, money's no problem anymore. And our precious metals, precious goods income, it's pretty good. It's a bit... Well, with that money now in the bank, we probably don't have to worry about taxing people too much, but we're still going to do it anyway. Apparently, I'm going to have to teach you this lesson many times, Oza. You know, if things aren't going too well in the home country, you can always take their minds off of how things are pretty terrible over there by going to war with the Ottomans over honor? That's right, no one pay attention to the current ongoing Irish potato famine where everyone's moving to Mexico? Question mark? And instead focus on the cool war we're winning over here in the Ottomans. It's so cool. There we go, humiliation, and we have stolen Egypt from them. Well, that's interesting. I'm not too sure why I'm here, but any opportunity for a bit of imperialism, eh? Well, apparently after that, the Japanese love me, and they also gave me money and prestige. Oh, it's been a hot minute, China, but I'm back. There we go. Now it doesn't look too terrible that we just own this random piece of land over here. Don't question what's going on here. It's just a bit of imperialism. Right, imperialism's so cool, we're now doing it against other imperialists. Why can't we go back to the good old days where men were men, women weren't allowed to be anything, and children were also forced to be men if they were boys to work in the factories? Oh, the Germans have been birthed into this world only to immediately be almost taken out of it by the Russians and the French by a lot. I guess if they invade Belgium, I'll be getting involved too, a few years earlier than normal. Oh, well, never mind. Also, I don't even realize when I was allied to Austria-Hungary, but I guess I'm allied to Austria-Hungary. Definitely don't think this is how it was supposed to have gone, especially after the French just, retook Alsace-Lorraine pretty quickly. Well, all that really accomplished was stopping Italy forming for a little bit, but they're probably going to form it anyway, so any opportunity to dunk on the French is any opportunity that I will take. No British man can simply stay idly by while the French are allowed to exist in this world. So I was finally going to war with Burma to unite the lands over here, and the Vietnamese, their ally, actually sieged down Kunming, which is my favorite province in the world because of all the money and its funny name, and just look how that had an effect on my economy just by having that one province sieged. Operation Save the Economy. Hey boys, would you look at that? The economy's fixed. There we go. That looks a lot better and makes a lot more sense. Unlike the fact a big portion of my economy is funded off of the precious metals, aka gold, found in this Chinese province, and I have not collapsed from any sort of gold inflation. Oh, Crimean War? Don't mind if I do. Yep. Pretty sure this is how the Crimean War went. Oh. Well, we just fought Russia together. but now I'm gonna fight the French. Oh, I don't even have to do anything. The Austrians have me covered here. I'm just making sure that the French people starve by blockading their fleet. I gotta say, Austria, I'm liking your style here. Not too sure about it, though, honestly. Nothing like leading a European coalition against the Belgians for being Belgian. Oh, God. The Japanese took Alaska. Spain's not looking too fresh. Hello, women. You are now counted as actual people. Well, Philippines just popped out of Spain, which is unfortunate for them. Well, it's scrambling time. Oh, I gotta say, it's looking pretty good. I'm sorry, Congo. Have you not heard about our Lord and Savior, Queen Victoria? Every time I look back over here in Spain, it's not looking too well for them. Oh, looks like Italy finally joined the party too. Sorry about stopping you, Form, about 50 times, but it had to be done. I mean, it was nothing personal. It was merely an attack on the French, not you. What's going on here, Russia? You know, I was wondering why my factories weren't expanding until I realized that I am producing a lot of steel, but nowhere near enough the 6,000 demanded. Alright, well, Belgium's had a stroke, and now we've got this. And those pesky Egyptians trying to get out under my thumb didn't go too well for them. This could get tricky. Looks like we picked the best time to do it, considering they're also at war with the Austro-Hungarians, and I am also going through Central Asia. There is no supply, and everybody is starving to death. Oh God, Russia mobilizer. I'm now in horde mode and Left 4 Dead. Oh, didn't go too well for you, did it, Russia? But also, I never want to do Central Asian mountain guerrilla war ever again. I'm currently having to compete with the Danish over colonizing Kenya. Can you get the out of my goddamn land, please? Paradox. Free me from this torment. Got this cool new thing called the battleship. It works surprisingly well against boats that are severely out of date. And yes, believe your eyes, I'm actually helping the Italians against the Austrians to conquer their Italian land. I say help, I'm not helping, but I will take any opportunity to blow someone's fleet up. Oh my God, there's a colonial crisis over the Caroline Islands. This seems like a totally worthwhile opportunity for everyone to shoot each other. Now I'm obviously on the side of Japan, as I am allied to them, so I think I know where this is gonna go. Oh, well, everyone joined my side and they gave up. I kind of wanted everyone to gank Germany. Backstabbing your longtime ally in the back for the simple fact they took something that belongs to you that doesn't belong to you, but imperialism? Oh. That's about as imperialist as you can get. Well, they agreed to that pretty quickly. And look at that. The great British Empire in Africa are all linked up. The militant socialists of Sudan. You know, I've been thinking about this, and I'm not exactly sure we're going to get a great war, because all the great powers hate each other and refuse to ally. I mean, they all love me, except the ones that I've been to war with. I'm allied with America and Austria, Hungary, and Japan right now. And, that's not gonna work. Oh, I also realized that my puppet Canada has also become a great power and thus are now free. Not that worried about that one, but it does limit our possibilities even more. Oh, we're getting about to that time in the game. Well, when there's no opportunity for a great war, we're gonna have to somehow beat the French up. Oh, we've got to cast a spell to free allied cause for Spain, so I guess we're going in this way? Why not? There you go, so they are in the French sphere, so if they don't join, the French are coward. Well, they haven't joined yet. Alright, so the French didn't join that way, so we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yep. I'm not even going to take anything. I just want to humiliate France. Well, I've yet to find much of the French army. I'm mostly running into other people who just want to bring down France, which is French people, weirdly enough. Oh, found the French, and don't worry about what I'm doing to them. Oh, it is not a good day to be a Frenchman. No, my traitorous puppet, the Canadian. I have thoroughly been betrayed. I'm allied to the Americans though, so I still have troops over here too. I can't believe the Great War is me and pretty much everyone else in the planet against France and Canada and Bulgaria here. I will burn you to the ground, Canada. You literally stole my flag. There you go. Now this is much better. I just realized that Shogunate Japan has taken this piece of Morocco. When did that happen? Well, after World War backstab, it is safe to say, don't think we have to worry about Canada again. In fact, I knocked them so far out of GP that now Sweden's a great power. And you know what? I think we've done enough imperialism for today. We got our Great War in the end, albeit a little unorthodox, and we did take down France for the 15th time, which did feel pretty good. And oh boy, did we build quite the empire today. It is huge, overpowered, and extremely rich. But we could keep going, but realistically, I think we've done all we need to do today, and I don't really want to have to deal with this thing that just spawned out of hell. So I think I'm going to leave it off here for today, but we will be back with more Victoria, and we will be playing all these nations again and having some fun. So if you want to see more Victoria, leave a like and subscribe button down below, and remember, imperialism.